Titi talking about all the things for wedding, and she never mentioned wedding food. Like, that's why people come, really. Seriously, though, it's time for us to prepare breakfast for you. And doing justice to that this morning is Chef Gina. But
Hi,
we'll be calling her Gina. She prefers Gina.
Gina.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Awesome.
Good to see you guys again. It's always a pleasure to be here by this time of the year, every year.
Every year. Okay, so let's talk about what you have in store for us. What's for breakfast?
Yes. So today at the introduction today, I heard them talk about someone who's coming to
talk about rainbow.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was like, wow, I'm in the spirit. Yeah, so today we're making a very quick breakfast. Okay. And as easy as it is, it's packed full with nutrients because you can see rainbow here already.
Yes.
I've got my red bell peppers. I've got the purple onions. Okay. I've got the green spring onions. Okay. I've got, what else?
The butter?
The wheat. From the bread, there's bread somewhere that's going to be happening here. I've got butter, where you can get your fat and oil. So you see, it's balanced already. I have carbohydrate. Then the eggs for the proteins. Oh, in here is carrot here. I was going to show people how to preserve your carrots. Okay. Now, if you either cut them in chunks like this or diced like this, or chunks or whole, you put it in water, it can last for so long in your
the refrigerator.
Exactly. Okay. So I did this overnight, so I don't do a lot of cutting here, so I just prepped it. So you have to balance with fruits. Okay. I've got apples, grapes, and strawberry. So this is a well-balanced diet this early morning.
Okay, so talking about rainbow, I'm actually looking forward to how you put all of this together. And you know, putting things together can be really complicated, can be a lot of work. She's prepping for breakfast this morning. She's trying as much as possible to put things together because you have your food festival coming up.
Yes,
Tell us about that.
All right, so the Foodaholic Festival is happening this year, the 10th and 11th of December, Alausa, Ikeja. And this is our 4th outing, and it's the biggest food festival on mainland Lagos. Oh, wow. Yeah. So this year, as usual, we are having our food vendors come to showcase. We are having FMCGs and brands come to showcase. There will be sampling of food. There will be tasting. Oh,
free sampling.
Free sampling.
And entry is free as well.
Entry is free as well. I'll be there. Free tasting, drinks. So please be there. Please be there. You enjoy it. The highlight is actually the teams who will be competing for about 500,000 naira.
500,000. Can anybody join?
No,
or you already have
they have finished joining. They're finished joining. They are working hard to win the money, and there's also consolation prizes. Okay. But when you come, there might be competitions you can join, and you might win something. Yeah.
The highlight for me is that it's free entry and there's free food sampling. Anywhere there's food, there are many of us that will be there.
Yes.
Now let's take a look at the ingredients again. Okay. So in case you missed anything earlier,
I've got bell peppers. I've got spring onions, purple onions, or popularly called red onions.
So it's currently on your screen, though. Toasted bread and eggs with a side of fruits.
Yeah.
That's what we're having for breakfast. Yeah. Toasted bread and egg with a side of fruits. Complete rainbow balanced diet. Yes. That's what we're having.
And please try to eat breakfast. Lagos can make you want to rush, but always try to eat breakfast. So you can prep some of those things overnight. Okay. Yeah, bring that from the fridge. And
does this method work for bell peppers?
No.
Have you ever tried it?
No, but you can just prep and put it in the fridge. So in the morning,
you pull it out. Okay, so what's the process like? What are we going to be doing?
Chop everything first, the things that have not been chopped, onions, this. Come over here, I'm going to toast my bread first because I have just one pan. Then after toasting the bread, set aside. I go ahead and just fry every other thing. The vegetables, they shouldn't cook for too long, 2 to 3 minutes, we're done. Okay, so this looks like something you can just whip up if you're in a hurry, especially as a working person. A working person, a mom, a wife, a Lagosian.
Yes, even guys, because, you know, you have to prepare breakfast. So many people live alone now. Yeah. So whatever it is you want to do in the morning, and you're determined to get yourself some breakfast, this is something to consider. All right, welcome again to the kitchen. We're going to start now with doing the toast. Just as Gina said, she said she would rather do the toast first. So she's trying to prove that even if you have one pan, you can achieve a lot in short, or shall we say quick time, okay? So, because I told her when she was saying 1 pound, I was like, see all our pounds there, like, seriously?
I'm so sorry, I didn't look up.
And then she was like, no, that she's trying to actually point out something that you don't need to have several pans and pots to be able to get your breakfast ready in record time. So,
okay, so I'm just buttering the pan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this way.
Because your toasting is in the pan.
In the pan, exactly. Okay. So is that high heat?
Yes. So this is good for those who do not even have a toasting machine.
Oh,
you can
definitely
do this.
You just toast in your pan.
Okay. But then people wonder, you know, the cost of pots and pans these days, it just makes you wonder how much this would cost if you were to get this.
I don't want to tell you. When I bought this pan, really, the dollar price wasn't like this. This is about... I posted it on my page. You guys can go and check it. I don't want to say it.
No, you have to say it so that we can redo the calculation.
I bought it in dollars. Raise the pan up. You will know what I'm talking about.
Yes, but like how much? Is it like 50, 20?
No, not at all.
10?
It's in the hundreds, close to 8,000. Then it wasn't, dollar wasn't like this. I bought this in 2019. Oh, no, before 2019.
Before 2019.
Yeah, before 2019. Okay,
so basically what you would know from this now is you better get yourself a good pan.
Yeah.
Non-stick pan. It doesn't have to be this one, no, because if you break the back on this one, I was actually thinking this one might be a good option. But it's beginning to look like if you buy toasting machine 15,000, it will serve your purpose. You just got to put on
this one is not just for toasting.
Yes, I know it does a lot of stuff. Yes, so if you're the type who is very adventurous with cooking and the likes, yes, you could consider this. But if you're not,
I don't even use this one in the studio. All the time. This is from the house. This is what I use at home. Yeah, this is not my studio pan.
See, I'm always wary of knives or sharp objects in pans, but I saw you confidently roll it without touching it.
Yeah, I didn't touch it.
So what will happen if it touches it? That's the beginning of burns.
You know how much you spent on this pan, so you really don't want to go scratching it.
So it's always a good idea to stick to...
So you can see now that something is going to touch it, I'm using a silicone spoon or a wooden spoon.
Or a wooden spoon, yes. So I think it's about time for someone to cash in on doing wooden forks and knives even more. There are, but they are not easy to get. 1, 2, they are not so affordable. I say affordable because when you compare the price of getting this and wooden spoon, the wooden spoons are made to seem fancy.
I tell people, some of us invest in kitchen because kitchen is investment.
Yes, kitchen is investment. By the time you put everything you need in a kitchen together, you're already spending a lot. And that's why when people suffer fire incidents in their houses, people think, oh, God will replenish it. Yes, God will replenish it. But if they catalog everything they had in the house, you would understand why the grief is quite high. Yeah. It's not easy at all.
So one of the reasons why you have to be very careful in the kitchen because you have invested in it.
In it, yes. It's quite an investment, really. Okay, so the toast, we're going to get it ready. I actually made breakfast toast this morning for my little one, and it was done in the pan as well. Yeah. Though it was NEPA that cost it. Yeah. I finished buttering.
For one of those reasons, because sometimes when I bring these electrical gadgets to the studio and people are like, how do we use them? So I always like to show how
anybody can do theirs. Yes. Because when the light went off, the thought of putting on Jen to start using toasting machine, the long process, I just took out the pan and I flipped it. Okay, so this is the bread. Is regular white bread?
It's regular white bread. Now, you can use any bread of choice. If you want to use oat bread, whole wheat bread, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. These days, there are potato breads and the rest.
Okay.
Cassava bread, too.
Okay. So, this breakfast is not limited to any kind of bread. You can use just about any kind of bread, whatever you're comfortable with, and as long as it's healthy. The most important thing
is just to make sure that you have that thing representing your carbohydrate.
Yeah.
Though everything here has got some level of carbohydrate or protein in it, but we all know that these ones are the carbohydrates.
Okay. Yeah. So at this point, we will be joining MM on the couch for nutrition, from food to nutrition. Okay, we're about to be
telling you. Yeah.
And then it's time for harvest. Okay, sorry. All right, so welcome to the kitchen.
Oh, thank you very much. I love the kitchen, my favorite place in the world.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Yes, from hunger to hero. And then, of course, is it Idara or Idara?
Idara.
Idara. So we also have Idara here in the studio. And so we're going to have breakfast, which has been prepared by Chef Gina. She wants to be called Gina, but I'll call her the chef. So tell us about breakfast while you dig into it.
All right, so breakfast today is very colorful. We're talking food rainbow. So I have bread and eggs with a side of fruits. You want to start eating?
Yeah,
you go ahead. Start eating.
There you go.
Yeah. So
let me give you.
Oh no, that's. You got yours?
This is yours.
So don't worry, you have a plate to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, you can replace the grape later.
So bread and eggs is actually very fast. Fast to make in the morning. I'm trying to encourage people to do breakfast. Lagos can be very fast. Every time we are in a rush, so
Tell us about
you can just do quick eggs. Prep your veg a night before, so you can just throw them in.
You have, see, so
listen
is
to
everybody
you.
here
I don't talk
vegetarian?
Finnish.
There are vegetarians, oh.
so
Vegetarians in the building. All right, but I love the idea of it being actual breakfast, because you were talking about breakfast in a particular joke.
So you need to try the eggs. We need your feedback
So
on
that
the eggs.
breakfast to yourself. Does this taste better?
This tastes better than the breakfast. Precious. It's just that I cannot curse you on live TV.
It has gone from Victoria to Precious.
Yes. Precious is the latest heartbreaking.
Why were you going from one place to
Wow.
I'm looking for love.
Oh,
Gina,
don't worry,
we're
love
looking
will
forward
look
to
for
attending
you.
your event.
Yes,
Love will look for you.
I would really look forward to see all of Lagos mainland to the Holic Festival 2022, 10th and 11th of December in the District Park Allow Ikeja.
Fantastic. All
Food
right.
sampling, drink sampling,
All
sampling.
We are doing already.
Sample.
All right.
Sample Hero Daniels. It sounds like
All right, thank
At this
you.
point, we'll say a very big thank you to you. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.
See you tomorrow. Bye.